evening and thanks for joining us as we look back on the best of what has been a very busy weekend in the Scottish Gas Women's Scottish Cup. We are here at the National Stadium where the semi-finals will once again take place a little later this year, and I'm delighted to be joined by Julie Fleeting, Scotland's record goal scorer and a winner of the Scottish Cup back in 2015 with Glasgow City. And that is exactly where we start, at Petershill Park, as Glasgow City took on Hibernian. And with 17 Scottish Cup titles between the two of them, these two certainly know what this competition is all about. So let's get to it and enjoy the best of it in the company of Andrew McLean.
Both sides winning 10-0 in the previous round to get to here. It's also Glasgow City boss Leanne Ross's 50th game in charge. Lauren Davidson wins it in midfield. She could go all the way here. Lauren Davidson! That is a fantastic strike by Lauren Davidson. Just 7 minutes into the game, Glasgow City stamping their authority on this match. She picked the ball off McAloney. Only one thought in her mind was that bottom corner. Good start for the home side. Comes to Bockham. Goes down under the challenge. Will be a free kick to Hibs. Ellis Notley to deliver. Falls for Leah Eddy. No chance for Lee Gibson in the Glasgow City net. Leah Eddy caught that really well. A good delivery. Dropped over the defence. And there was Eddy to level things up. You knew it was going to be a tight game between these two. Just one place separating them in the SWPL. Comes to Davidson again. Fancies it. Just wide this time from Lauren Davidson. Christie. Does well, Christie. There's Michaela McAloney. Works the space. Just wide of the mark this time from McAloney. Oscarson. Does well there, Oscarson. Maybe Glasgow City can build something here. Back to Oscarson. It's nice passing by Glasgow City. It's Emily Whelan. We're certainly pushing to try and get that winner. Once again, a good move by Glasgow City. Possibly look the most likely to get that second goal. Hibs will clear. It's all a bit messy in there. Fulton with a strike. Caught it nicely. Just straight at Nina Wilson. Fiona Brown first to take. No worries for Fiona Brown. Ailey Adams first up for Hibs. Sends the keeper the wrong way, 1-1. Fulton saved by Nina Wilson. And Hibs have the chance to get the early advantage. Good stop by Wilson. McAloney. Oh, it's squeezed in from Michaela McAloney. Lauren Davidson, no worries at all for her. Bockham, she enjoyed that. Hayley Lauder with a strike. Shannon McGregor, this one saved by Lee Gibson. It's all square. Good stop by Gibson. Michaela Moore, that's Cam from Michaela Moore. Poppy Lawson has to score, and she does. Jo Love, that one off the bar. And Hibs will have the chance to win it. Just too high from Jo Love. Joelle Murray wins it for Hibs. The experience shows for Joelle Murray, and it's the visitors that take the victory on penalties and are through to the next round.
Well, Julie, it's probably the surprise result, if you like, of that round, but what an incredible result for Hibs.
It was, yeah. I mean, City coming off the back of a good victory in the league against Celtic, you would just had a feeling that they were going to be really confident going into the game, but I guess that's what you find in the Cup. It's just that one-off game, and Hibs will be absolutely delighted to make it through that round. They've been really strong in the league so far. The last 4 games they've won, they haven't conceded a goal, so they probably went into the game in a good place and really made it a cup tie.
Another chance of a semi-final this season as well from Hibs, which is really positive from them, but the cruel world of penalty kicks.
Oh, it's torture, isn't it, when you see it?
Exactly, but Joelle Murray, all that experience, all that composure.
Yeah, I mean, Jo Love as well, she's a player with bags of experience. She just has got under it far too much and hit the bar, and you really feel for her there because it's just such a cruel way to go out. But that experienced head of Joelle Murray, she carries that team in many occasions. She's a really strong leader, and that's what you want, to be stepping up in those pressure moments. Someone that's got that cool head, and she slotted it home very, very nearly came back out to her, but I'm sure she'll say that it was with precision and a wonderful penalty to win it for them.
Yeah, she'll say absolute perfection. Did you enjoy it, a penalty shootout?
Been taking part in them? Absolutely not. It is a torturous experience. There's just everyone's just so nervous, and I think that, I mean, some great penalties in there, some really cool heads, but there's always going to be that person that feels the weight on their shoulders when they're the one that kind of misses that key penalty, and you do feel for Jo Love because she's just such a wonderful, experienced player.
No, she is, and you definitely do, but it is Hibs that go through. And in terms of the match we saw before that, the 120 minutes of football we saw before the penalties, the goals coming from, in terms of the attacking sense, two good bits of play. Defensively, both managers will be a little frustrated, I imagine.
Yeah, I think when you look at the City goal, they'll be annoyed that they haven't put more pressure on the ball. When you've got a player of Lauren Davidson's ability, driving forward, coming towards the edge of your box, you need to have a player out there to close it down, and left-footed strike right into the corner. It is a wonderful goal from a City point of view, but I'm sure Hibs will be disappointed in their defending. And then the Hibs goal, I mean, an incredible finish. She takes it so well, but from a City point of view, she shouldn't have that amount of time at the back post. But you have to give all the credit to Leah Eddy because it's a wonderful, wonderful finish.
A great finish, and it got Hibs level, got them into the penalty shootout, and they go through to the next round of the Women's Scottish Cup. So let's move on to what was another all SWPL1 affair at Ainsley Park, as Aberdeen made the journey to Edinburgh to face Spartans. And talking you through this one, Stuart Mitchell.
Bailey Hutchison to get us underway this afternoon. Rebecca Galbraith bursting forward. Robinson hanging around, easily taken by Jennifer Curry. Foot for Spartans. Galbraith scoops the ball up, and Robinson takes the touch. Back through for Galbraith. First time shot. Comfortable for Curry. Spartans testing the Aberdeen stopper. Yates has given it away. Ogilvie charging through. Hutchison on her right. Has the shot. Lisa Yates recovers. A chance for Aberdeen. Ball sent forward. Hutchison looks to get the break. Can she get the shot away? Oh, rattles the post. Scored a double here for Aberdeen and a win against Spartans in the league this season. So close there. Spartans looking long. Robinson on the run. Forced wide. Scoops that one high and over the bar. Can Spartans make this pressure count? Robinson again. Gibb with the touch. She strikes. Oh, and it's clipped to post. Curry unaware. McMahon was looking to follow in. Jordan threads the ball through. Douglas has a look up. It's through for Robinson. Oh, it's a superb save from Curry. Point blank range. Brilliant stop. Given away. Foot could be through on goal. It's unselfish. The layoff, Shore coming in ahead of Gibb. Spartans might still have the chance. Jordan towards goal, and that's just wide. Great technique as she's falling. Just couldn't get it on target. Spartans with the set piece. Headed away, still bouncing around low. Spartans pick up, Gibb strikes, blocked by Shore. McCafferty squeezes the ball in, and it's the captain who answers the call and puts Spartans in front in this Scottish Cup tie. Found a way past Eilidh Shore. Hoping to equalise. Miller stays strong. Strikes. Oh, that's magnificent from Darcy Miller. And Aberdeen draw level. The 5th goal of the season. A superb effort. Fantastic finish. Jordan in for Gibb. It's wonderful link-up play from Spartans. Maya Bates with the cross. Galbraith there. Spartans ahead again. It's the sharpshooter Rebecca Galbraith. Pinpoint cross from Bates. It's a little behind her, but she manages to find the back of the net. It's all over. Spartans' name in the hat for the quarter-final draw. Spartans 2, Aberdeen 1.
Well, Julie, another really competitive, all top-flight affair, and Spartans have had their struggles in the league this season, but they'll be really pleased with that result yesterday, and what a little boost of confidence heading into the business end.
Yeah, I think the Cup gives them a bit of breathing space from the league, coming away from a pressure situation and getting into that one-off game against Aberdeen, who have beat them twice this season already. But a brilliant result for them. They then have that Cup run to look forward to, and hopefully then take that confidence into the league and see if they can improve on the results there as well.
Yeah, like all the teams through to the next round, just one win away from a trip to Hampden. But if we're going to talk about the goals in this game, I mean, there were a couple of cracking ones. Let's start with the Aberdeen goal. Darcy Miller, what a finish. It's
a brilliant finish. She's so composed when she gets into the box, onto her right foot, and she's just looking to try and curl it into that faraway corner. Not an easy thing to do, and it's a brilliant finish. She'll be absolutely delighted to get her team back into the game at that point as well, was really important.
And what will be really pleasing for Spartans is the heads didn't go down, they kept going, and the goal that then went on to win it, it was a really nice team move, finished off really nicely as well.
Yeah, it was. Great passing, good movement, and then when the cross comes into the box, the one player you want in that box at that moment in time is Becky Galbraith. She produces really important goals for them at key moments, and to hit the back of the net and to see them then go into the next round will do wonders for Spartans this season.
And it is one game away. Like I said, for all the teams that get through to this stage, one game away from a trip to Hampden. For a team like Spartans, how big a carrot is that dangling to get yourself to the National Stadium?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge because they'll just be thinking, if we get a good draw, if we get a good go into the next fixture, if we can get a good result, then to be able to play at your National Stadium, that's just the absolute pinnacle in a player's career. And for those girls at Spartans, considering the fact that they haven't had a great season, they do have that one thing to look forward to, that good cup run. And of course, Hampden would just be incredible for them.
Oh, it would be. Right, let's see who else has made it through to this stage of the Women's Scottish Cup. And we'll start our roundup with one of the other Edinburgh teams, Hearts, who had a trip to Bayview to face East Fife.
Eva Eilidh's Hearts side came into this game in good form with 4 wins in their last 5 in the league. and their fast start against Championship side East Fife meant that this contest was never in any doubt. It took them just 2 minutes to get their noses in front. A neat move involving Emma Brownlee and Katie Lockwood eventually ended with Sadie Adamolakun tapping in to give them the lead. Adamolakun would then turn provider. She showed determination at the edge of the box before setting up Brownlee, the defender, steadied herself before firing high into the net to double the lead within the first 5 minutes. Another goal from Adamolakun and Akira Grant free kick had the visitors 4-0 up at the break, and there'd be no let up for East Fife as the impressive Adamolakun completed her hat-trick early in the second half. Danny Finlay soon added a sixth, and the Hearts onslaught wouldn't stop there. It was initially a great save, but Hearts recycled the ball well, eventually allowing substitute Abby Handley to volley home a seventh. Number 8 would be the pick of the goals as the away side showed no signs of letting up. Erin Rennie picked up the ball in the middle of the East Fife half and executed a delicious chip to extend Hearts' lead. A stunning strike that will surely go as one of the goal of the round contenders. Kate Mooney then opened her Hearts account on her debut to make it 9-0 before the impressive Rennie again chose the aerial route to complete the scoring. Hearts safely through, while East Fife can take heart from being the sole Championship side to make it as far as the fourth round. Montrose exited the competition just before the quarter-final stage last season, and Craig Ferris' side were aiming to go one better this season as they hosted Stirling University. They had to wait until the 24th minute to get their noses in front. Good work from the right, releasing Jade McLaren, who had the simplest of tasks, tapping home. The hosts didn't have it all their own way though, and the visitors had the chance to equalise from the spot before half-time. The crossbar, however, would come to Montrose's rescue. Stirling University would be made to pay for the miss, and Demi Taylor made it 2-0 before Tammy Harkin's header made it 3. It'd been a closer game than the scoreline suggested, but the Premiership side's quality told in the end. A moment of real quality from Holly Daniels made it 4-0, and Taylor would add a second in added time. 5-0, and Montrose safely through to the last 8. Celtic are the holders of this competition after defeating Rangers in the final last season. Under new head coach Elena Sadiku, they're looking to go all the way once again, and they got off to the ideal start in Hamilton, taking the lead through Natalie Ross's stunning strike. It was turning into the Natalie Ross show as the midfielder added a second before completing a first half hat-trick, arriving late from midfield to finish off Agnew's cutback and make it 3-0 before going into the break. It was a professional display by the visitors, and it was soon 4-0 early in the second half. Ross's corner eventually going all the way through to half-time substitute Chloe Craig. A late bone goal and a Caitlin Hayes header completing the scoring as the holders secured a comfortable 6-0 victory.
So the holders Celtic through to the next stage of the competition, and it's an interesting little spell I think for Celtic. New manager at the helm, a little bit of a transition stage. They're out of the League Cup, they're still very much in contention for the league, but for the Scottish Cup they'll want to hold on to that and make sure they get at least one trophy at the end of this season as well. Yes,
they've done well in the Cups over the last few seasons or so, and to be the holders going into this tournament, you're always desperate to retain that trophy, and a really positive performance from them. They don't concede many goals, Celtic, and they've certainly been exceptional going forward. But as you say, it is a transition period for them, which isn't easy because we know how well Rangers are doing in the league. So in the cup, they'll want to make sure that they have their day at Hampden and they can go all the way again.
Yeah, they won't want to give up that trophy, that's for sure. Hearts, a comfortable afternoon for Hearts to get through to the next round. How dangerous a side do you think they might be in the latter stages of this competition? We've not really seen them in the sort of semi-final, final stages of competitions, but do you see them as a real contender?
Yeah, I mean, if they could avoid the top teams in the draw, then you could see them going all the way to the semi-final, to the final. They've already taken points off Celtic and City this season, so they know how to compete against the big teams. And then if they can do that, if they can stop the teams from scoring, to score 10 goals, yes, there is a bit of a gulf, but it just shows you that they've got goal scorers in their team. So for me, if they can get a decent draw, they're certainly a team that I could see making it.
Okay, let's see who joins them in the next stage of the competition. We'll round up all the rest of the weekend's Women's Scottish Cup action, starting with last year's finalist Rangers, who hosted Dundee United.
Currently sitting 6 points clear at the top of SWPL 1, and with a League Cup final to look forward to, it's safe to say it's been an impressive season for new Rangers head coach Joe Potter. Her side will be looking to go one better than the runners-up they managed in last season's Scottish Cup. And they had too much for Dundee United in this one, with Rachel Rowe giving them the early advantage, before Eilidh Austin made it 2-0 at the far post. Not the prettiest goal Rangers will score all season, but a tidy finish nonetheless. Rangers have been boosted by the return to fitness of Jane Ross over the past few weeks, and the experienced Scotland striker showed great composure before laying the ball off to Brogan Hay, who made it 3-0 to the hosts. Goals from Cathy Hill and Jane Ross made it 5-0 at half-time, while Liv McLaughlin soon made it 6 with her first Rangers goal. Not a bad way to get off the mark for your new club. Jane Ross added a 7th, before a nice moment as Lisa Martinez tapped home on a return from an ACL injury suffered in March last year. Mia McCauley's header would complete the scoring. Rangers safely through. Partick Thistle were another side enjoying an impressive campaign, but this looked a tough match, with the Spiders also going well in SWPL 2. Rosie McQuillan may not have meant it, but the hosts didn't care. The visitors soon hit back though, and with one of the goals of the weekend, a sensational run from Emma Craig, eventually releasing Ellie Kane, who matched the quality run with an equally sweet strike. A moment of quality, perhaps showing why Queens are the runaway leaders in SWPL 2 this season. They couldn't quite stay level until the break though. Carla Boyce tapping in to score her first Thistle goal. It was a tight second half before Thistle eventually made the game safe, with 2 minutes remaining. Cara Henderson getting on the score sheet to have Brian Graham's side dreaming of Hampden. Livingston are in the mix for promotion in SWPL 2, and they look to carry the league form into the cup. They took the lead against Gartcairn just before half-time. Ashley Elizabeth with a composed finish from the edge of the box. Gartcairn had been struggling in SWPL 2, but they were given a boost when Livingston's Courtney McAvoy was shown a red card for a kick on Gartcairn captain Abby Skelton. And they soon got back on level terms. After a scramble in the box, the ball eventually fell to Fern Newbigging, who found the far corner. Extra time beckoned and the visitors looked to have won it when Megan Wands found herself through on goal. A composed finish from the Gartcairn forward. But despite only having 10 players, Livingston managed to force penalty kicks. Shannon Mulligan forced a smart save, but Eilidh Begg scored the rebound. Her first goal for the West Lothian club at an important time. Shania Gamrot gave Livy the early advantage in the shootout, saving well from Caitlin Moran. Livingston's Raewyn Murphy then had the chance to seal it for the home side, but she also saw her low shot saved. Thankfully for the hosts, Gamrot guessed right again, saving Newbigging's penalty to prevent sudden death and send the Lions into the quarter-final. Despite being the only SWPL2 side remaining, Livy are now only 90 minutes away from a semi-final at the National Stadium.
Well, Rangers continuing their really impressive form under Joe Potter. How strong a unit do they look with the new manager in place?
Yeah, their season this season has just been a step above. I think they obviously had that championship win. They haven't completely dominated, but this season they are just so strong. They are not conceding goals. They've got goals coming from all areas of the pitch, as we've seen in this cup fixture already. They've got a real strong youth set up. They've got lots of younger players coming through, and it has been a really positive season for them so far.
Really nice as well to see Lisa Martinez back and on the score sheet. And they've welcomed Jane Ross back. We've seen her scoring for fun since she's returned. So the squad is getting stronger as well, which will worry, I'm sure, everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, they had their tricky moments where they had key players out injured, and to see those players back on the pitch, I'm sure Joe Potter will be absolutely delighted. They have had a lot of younger players who, for me, have performed exceptionally well, but also to have Jane Ross back in the squad. She's a wonderful professional. To have her in amongst the players, that'll bring on the players round about her as well, and as you say, chipping in with goals, not just in this fixture but since she's came back, just shows you just the calibre of player that she is, and Rangers will be delighted to see her back in a Rangers jersey.
They're already through to the League Cup final, where they will play Partick Thistle, who also made it through to the quarter-finals of the Scottish Cup. They've secured top 6 as well for a second consecutive season. How impressive has it been under Brian Graham and what he's moulded there at Partick Thistle?
Yeah, I think what he's got is a group of players who are willing to work hard. They're a real team. They've got that team spirit in the dressing room. They just seem to fight for every single point, and they're just one of those teams that are constantly punching above their weight. They're a team that you enjoy watching. I think for those reasons that I've said, it's great to see teams who fight for absolutely everything and doing so well in the cup competitions. They've got that final to look forward to, and you can see with every cup game they're getting experience, and it certainly helped them in this fixture.
Yeah, and it was a really tough tie up against Queen's Park, who are flying really high in SWPL2, but we do have an SWPL2 side in the quarterfinals in Livingston, and what a great experience. Whoever it is they face, what a great experience for them in this next round.
Yeah, I mean, to have that experience, they're hoping to try and make it into that playoff spot, to move up and to play against top flight teams, to get that experience. I think will really help those players, and they'll be absolutely delighted to make it through. They certainly had an easier time than some of the others in the league, but just delighted to get the goals when they needed them, and to be in that draw.
Well, it has been an action-packed round of Women's Scottish Cup, and we look forward to the quarter-finals. Julie, thank you very much for joining me to go through it all, and we will see you again after the quarter-finals, which take place on Sunday, the 10th of March. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.